I got out of a cookbook and I just kind of turned it into my own over the years by adding different seasonings and things like that, different flavors to it to add. So there's that. And another bowl, and this can be a smaller bowl, so we're going to add mustard and milk and mix it up. And then we're going to dip the chicken in one and dip the chicken in the powder. So let me grab that. And if you don't want to cut raw chicken, use chicken tenderloins. It will save you time, and they're a lot cheaper. You can put that downstairs, please. I need the space. So we're going to move that aside. For the mustard and the milk, you kind of just have to estimate. You don't want it to, you want like a pale yellow. If you make it too much, it's going to be too mustardy. If you put too much milk, you're not going to have that mustard flavor.
What are you doing?
I'm making dinner. So I just estimate, but typically I think it's like 1 tablespoon mustard to 2 tablespoons of milk.
What do we make?
Cheddar mustard chicken.
Now we can make a fork, Carmen.
We're going to add a little bit of milk in there.
Quiet.
Can you make me a
Mama?
I'm making pasta too.
Now we can. Mom's making pasta and chicken.
Alright, so I'm just going to kind of give that a stir. I'll kind of show you. If you have to with this, you can add more mustard. If you are a mustard fan, feel free to add as much mustard as you want. But that is way too much milk, so we're going to go ahead and add more mustard.
No. No.
You can flavor it with honey mustard or Dijon if you want. You can use whatever type of mustard you like. That just adds to the recipe and adds to the flavor. We use just the regular French's. I'm not a mustard person, but I will eat it with this recipe. So this is basically kind of like normally when you do a fried food or something that is breaded, you normally do like an egg white. This is kind of like that, right? This is that most interior, this is that first coating, that moisture coating. So I put way too much milk in this. Okay.
Sorry, Carmen, no more boxes. Are you done already?
If you wanted to, you could add some of that flavor, that seasoning to this as well. I might do that.
No, John.
You don't need a lot of seasoning, just a tiny bit to give it that a little kick. I'm going to make this with pasta tonight because I know that my people eat that. Honestly, anything would go really well with this. You want to pair it with something that goes well with the mustard, right? Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. It's kind of like that yellow. It's still a little thin, but that's alright. We'll make it work. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it on a baking sheet and bake this in the oven actually. So I'm going to preheat my oven. I'm going to say 400. Okay. So now you want to make sure that you have a lot of space on your counter, unlike me. So let me just make some room here. Eat your honey before it leaks all over the place and gets everything sticky, bud.
What?
He's not eating the honey. It's just like staying there.
Yeah, come here. Let me help you.
Alright, so we're going to kind of create like a little assembly line here. We're going to put the chicken first. I just had to wash a bunch of dishes today, so they're like drying on my islands. So we're going to put the chicken first because that's going to be our first ingredient that we use. And then we're going to keep that spoon handy. Put the mustard sauce, whatever you want to call it, and then the cheese there. So we can go ahead and open up our chicken tenderloins. You can trim these if you want. Typically tenderloins don't have any fat on them or skin, so you're fine. Dutch, I mean, if you're using chicken breasts, I highly recommend you cut them smaller and trim them into slices or something, so they cook faster. If you didn't want to, you could also add like a pretzel coating to this too. So you could do pretzels like another coating, but we're just gonna stick with these tonight. Alright. Can you go to fork? Alright, so forks are easiest to get the chicken out. Keep in mind you don't want to cross-contaminate, so anything that is left over, you do want trash. Or if you have a dog and you want to like cook it up and stuff, you can. I highly recommend spraying your pan as well, because we all know how cheese is when it like sticks. So this one's spray. I am using my stone pan. I still like to spray on. We actually switched over to avocado oil because we find it's a little bit healthier. So that's kind of what you're looking at. It's not going to be perfect, but that's alright. And then we're going to just go ahead. And the nice thing about this is like start at little, right? So if you feel like you don't have enough ingredients, that's okay. You can always make more. Whenever you're breading something or doing something similar to a breading like this, you want to start out with a minimal, okay? Because you don't want to do a lot of food waste, especially if you're doing raw chicken, because you're just going to have to throw it away. Because you don't want those germs to sit and manifest, because they will grow and you'll get you guys sick. So we don't want that. So you are going to have to, anything that touches the raw chicken, you're going to want to throw away as soon as you're done with it.
No, Steven, this is mom. Oh, mine, mom.
You kind of see. That's going to turn into a golden brown. If you were wanting to be a daredevil, make this more fun by double dipping it.
Daddy's gonna be upset with you when he comes out and sees all these blankets.
So I'm kind of using the fork in both bowls to kind of move that chicken around and get that piece of chicken covered. We want that cheesy golden goodness that's going to come out of it.
What do you want?
This is, again, your kids can easily help with that. They can mix up the ingredients while you're getting your chicken ready. They could help you dip the chicken. Just give them a fork. And make sure they do wash their hands after they touch the chicken, if they touch it. But they could help you out, and if you have your own little assembly line, so this dinner can be made in under 30 minutes. The longest time frame for this meal is obviously the cooking process, but if you're using chicken tenderloins, 20 minutes max. That's it. So, super easy, 5 ingredient, simple, and kids love it because it has that goldenness to it, it has that crunchiness, it has cheese in it. It's a perfect dish. So, I started making this. I first made this for my parents when I was, I don't know, 10 or a teenager or somewhere around there. I don't make it very often. I used to make it a lot more. But here we are, something different. I actually, when I was a kid, my aunt actually got me, because my family made fun of me as a kid because I love cooking. And one Christmas, I actually asked for a blender instead of like a toy or anything for like smoothies and stuff. But my aunt actually got me a chicken, 101 recipes for chicken or something like that. And this was actually one of those recipes in that book. Obviously, me being a recipe collector, put in the comments, what do you like, what have you collected as a kid? I was a recipe collector and I loved horses, so I collected, I was a subscriber to Horse Illustrated, and they always provided posters in the magazine So I would rip out the posters every single time and hang the posters up on my wall and like create it. And I had like a little wall barrier with all the posters that I got from my magazine. I think I still have a couple of the posters, but. Alright, so we're almost done with our chicken. We're gonna have a little extra cheese and stuff, but that's alright. If you have any leftover plain chicken, grilled chicken, you can definitely use this. You could probably try this with turkey. I have not done that. I've only stuffed the chicken with it. But if you're looking for a healthier and different protein, you always like change up the seasonings too. So like I said, I use that South Carolina barbecue because that is a mustard. That sauce is actually a mustard base. So barbecue sauces don't have to come from tomato sauce. They can come from different things. So this is our last chicken tenderloin, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Perfect timing. Our oven just beeped. Again, the flour just helps the cheese not burn, and it helps it give that crispy coating. So like I said, cooking it won't take that long. These are tenderloins, about probably 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes. Once this is in the oven, I'll go ahead and start on the pasta. And we're gonna figure out a vegetable. We have some broccoli. I might make broccoli. Okay, let me wash my hands really quick. And I'll show you guys what they look like.
I'm still down in the basement. Let me try it in the basement. I'm going just again in the basement with the. Oh no.
Here, guys. That's what it looks like. And so imagine this coming out of the oven nice and crispy. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy.